Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on North Dakota Today. I'm Lisa Bedell here with Chris Berg.
On this Friday Eve, it's great to have you with us.
I keep thinking today is Friday, which means tomorrow is going to be very hard for me when I have to come to work, and I think it's Saturday.
It was so great because as you walked in, she's like, gosh, it feels like Friday today. And I think a lot of people are kind of feeling the same thing. And this rain, too, It's been so nice. And you get up to rain and you're like, I think I should just sleep in a little while longer.
I love the smell of rain, and I was talking today that I'm happy that I don't have to water my flowers because they need a little, rain. The grass needs a little rain. Maybe my car as well. I'm not very good.
Do you have a green thumb? I didn't realize that.
Well, I just have my few pots. I don't have a garden or anything like that. But
so it's not like you've got this sort of huge giant. All right.
Definitely not. I usually
you have like the one. What are they called? Succulents or whatever that barely need any water and can.
I do have some of them. Thank goodness they are very popular right now. No, I am definitely not a green thumb.
And thank you, by the way, for making it back from LA. That was kind of you to,
Well, yeah, I like to hang out with pro athletes, I obsess about them enough. They probably have me blocked from their list. I would love to be a fan, though. We're talking about the ESPYs last night, one of the biggest nights in sports. Thousands of athletes were in LA, kind of ditching the jerseys and getting all dressed up. I love seeing.
It's fun.
The women are beautiful, and I know in a little bit we're going to talk about. We've talked about this in the past. The suits and things that the guys wear now, very cool. Former race car driver Danica Patrick hosted as the athletes traded in their gear for a little bit of fun for the night, and I'm very excited about this as well. The Lamoureux twins from Grand Forks and Gigi Marvin from War Road as well. That was what I was kind of most excited about this morning. The USA women's hockey team won the ESPY Game of the Year. Of course, that was a big win, 3-2. They won the gold medal over Canada in the Winter Olympics. And I've talked about this a lot, Jocelyn and Monique, and it's out there on social media. We haven't talked about it, but Monique is now pregnant with her first little Olympian baby.
That's great.
It was kind of one of the first times I think that she's been out, and I could see that she was kind of, holding her belly. She kind of wore a flowing, really pretty dress, and Jocelyn is always just looks beautiful. She kind of still had her little rockin' black dress on. I think, do we have any video or pictures of the hockey team? Of course, I feel like all of the pictures we have of them, women's hockey, in their uniforms and their pads and everything. So I thought it was really cool to see all of the women. They're just announcing the winners here. So there you see, there's Jocelyn and Monique in the front row at the ESPYs. Monique is with the long flowing pink gown. Doesn't she look gorgeous? And Jocelyn, so they're like the first two that went up on stage. Because you see Jocelyn Lamoureux Davidson is actually the one who grabs the trophy there, the ESPY, right away. So cool to see them still continuing to be, recognized, honored. Gigi Marvin, of course, was also one of the first ones up on stage. So really exciting to see like your own local people up on the stage.
Oh, it's incredible
and
to see them up there.
And look how beautiful they all look, too. Did you, I'm sure you would not have wanted to look, but do you remember when some of the women's hockey team was in the Sports Illustrated, where they were like nude?
It took some heat for that, too.
But I mean, they are in peak shape, like in celebrating women's body and athletic bodies, and then they looked beautiful here, and we're used to seeing them in their USA jerseys. So I could go on and on about these two. I mean, the Lamoureux sisters rival Carson Wentz for me.
For you?
Yeah, because I just am in awe of people who are at the top of their game. And they're women, so I mean, I'm kind of biased.
You have to go to one of two, Carson Wentz wedding or the ESPYs with the Lamoureux twins.
That's a tough,
I don't know. You'd say like wedding like that, just because you're such a wedding fan.
That's true. I probably would still go to the wedding versus the ESPYs, because I do get to hang out with the Lamoureux girls. Women are so down to earth and cool, and I feel they let me wear their medals, their Olympic medals, and they just are.
Also, though, at the ESPYs, you would have had all kinds of different athletes there, and it's LA.
Maybe Carson was there. Maybe not.
I think he's getting ready for this thing called the season that he has coming up. But maybe he was there. Who knows? What's fascinating is you just mentioned the Lamoureux twins. They won the ESPY for the best game, correct? Mm-hmm. But then the Minnesota Miracle won for the best play or something like that.
Yep.
So I wonder, because if you remember the Lamoureux twins, they won off that incredible what was it called? Do It Again.
Oops, I did it again.
Off that incredible goal. So I wonder if they were like, all right, we'll give the Olympic team the game, we'll give Minnesota the play, because literally, I think that game could have been possibly the best game for the Vikes, and that play could have been the best play. So it's probably maybe even a flip of the coin. Who knows?
You're probably right. I didn't even put that much thought into how they broke that down between these two.
They're so close, right?
Do you remember that? Okay, so in case you forgot the Minnesota Miracle, we'll show it to you one more time.
Steps into it. Pass is caught. Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable! Vikings win it!
I was in Nashville when this game was on, and I was with a whole bunch of Vikings fans, and I remember we were like downtown Nashville, and we were in this cool little pub, but I'm like, oh, can't we go listen to music? And they're like, no, this is incredible. Can you believe what's happening here? It's kind of fun to relive that, though, too, right? Vikings fans especially need that.
It's funny. Just the other day, I was sort of flipping through the channels, and I turned on the NFL Network, and it was the coach for the Saints. I forget his name. I think it's Peyton, but the coach for the Saints was being interviewed. He was at some golf tournament, and they happened to have his daughter on set because she's trying to get into like sports journalism and whatnot. And so she gets on. It's your dad. So I mean, obviously you've got that relationship, right? But what does she bring up but the Minnesota Miracle? She's like, all right, Dad, so let's talk about the game. What would you do differently next time? And you could see him just like, really? You're going to hit me with that right now when I'm in Tahoe at a golf tournament? It was so funny. So kudos to the Vikes and Diggs. And I think do we have a soundbite from him from last night? If we don't, he got up and was sort of like, look, you know what? The name of the game is don't stop playing until the whistle blows. So the clock says 0 because you never know what can happen.
You never know. That's good stuff. And I just learned this today, and I'm fascinated by bromances. Did you know that Detroit Lakes native Adam Thielen and Diggs kind of have something going? This was apparently on Twitter.
Can you create some more clarity for that?
I know, okay, just got something going on. Diggs apparently tweeted that he just wants his brother back, and Adam Thielen responded by saying, this week and a half just can't come fast enough.
That's awesome.
But, you know, we joke that it's a bromance, but I feel like, you know, going back to Carson Wentz, he had a lot of his teammates, the Eagles, you know, standing up for him at his wedding. So, you know,
you just have that. Like
they become family. They become more than family, I think, as
a buddy of mine, Eli, when I was at Stanford, and his birthday was on the same day, and we literally were like, dude, we're like brothers from another mother. He loved Prince. I love Prince. I mean, you just have that connection with some of those guys that it's just that weird bond, and no matter what happens when he and I see each other, it's like, Eli, what's up, bro? So it's, yeah, you miss that. So I'm sure those two are kind of like, oh, I can't wait to get back to camp. And even though camp stinks, obviously, you're doing 3 days and whatnot, but you're back with your boys, and who knows, they may do something pretty big this year, the Vikes.
This could be the year. Do you say that every year?
I can't wait for you to break it down, too, when we get into the season. Boy, that Cousins, he should have thrown to the other guy.
Wait, what do you think about Cousins being the new QB for the Vikings?
I mean, what do we give him, like $1 gazillion? And he hasn't done a ton. I mean, you know, he obviously is pretty good, but his record's not stellar for $1 gazillion. So we'll see.
I don't mean to be shallow when I say this, but I will admit that Cousins was on my radar before the Vikings trade because I just thought he was good looking. You know, there's a few players that you're like, oh, who does he play for? Okay.
That is great. So, and that is not shallow because that's very important when you play football.
It is. It is. Well, it sells jerseys probably, so it might be important. And talking about good looking, how about some good looking fashion? As I mentioned right away, I wanted to talk about the Lamoureux sisters and their beautiful gowns, but the men, they really
stepped it up.
Yeah, they did. They really stole the show on the red carpet. We have some pictures of some pretty fly guys.
Are you kidding me?
New York Giants wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr., Chris Berg, are those leggings?
That looks like a Zubaz outfit. I mean,
that's different.
Did he work out on his thigh master before he went to the red carpet?
Well, to wear pants like that, I think you have to. How about the star of Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman? What do you think of this? That's what's he wearing on the
better?
Better? Okay. Juju Smith-Schuster. He plays for the Steelers. He's wearing. I know. I was like Juju on the beat. Do you know that? Do you know that dance move? Juju on the beat?
No.
What?
How's it go?
Oh, I can't sing. Otherwise, I would. But Juju, and maybe that's what he's doing right there. Shorts? That looks
like a onesie.
A onesie?
Look at that. It
know.
looks like he threw on a onesie.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. Shorts and plaid and short sleeves and the bow tie. Yeah. Okay. And we're getting better here because we have someone with a Gucci fanny pack coming up. Do we have this picture? Who is this?
Oh man.
Who is this?
Man.
Javali? Is that how I say it? Or Javal?
Are you kidding me right now?
McGee.
What are they? They realize.
You know what?
Like,
I do see more. Just the other day on Veterans Boulevard in West Fargo, I did see a kid, a teenage boy with a fanny pack. So fanny packs, I didn't know that guys were wearing them now. He plays for the Lakers.
But do you think that the young boy was doing it for fashion or
I don't know. How much cash do you think he has in that fanny pack? What does he carry?
Sydney's saying he was doing it for fashion.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is, yeah.
But that's a satchel, right?
Well, fanny packs, she's saying you can wear across your shoulder too. I think
Wait.
Aji, your wife, is the fashion expert. We should ask her
We should, yeah.
if we could get you a fanny pack. But what do you think's in his fanny pack?
His
What do
phone.
guys need to-
He's
okay,
going to have
his
his phone in his fanny pack. Probably his black American Express card when he goes out
Okay.
after the show.
Makes sense. He's wearing his sunglasses. He doesn't
He's
need
got his
lipstick.
sunglasses. See, and that's just it. I mean, the phone now has got pretty much everything. So what else are you going to have in your fanny pack?
I don't know.
Your
It's kind
car
of a big.
keys?
It's kind of a large fanny pack.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to do some research and
What
find
would
out
you
what's in there.
guess?
I have no idea. Maybe he's got like some booze in there or something. I don't know.
He's sneaking it into
Sneaking in booze. I don't think that at an event like this they would.
I was
have no
going to
idea.
say.
It's crazy. Okay, how about a purple suit worn by Philadelphia Eagle Rodney
Come on,
McLeod?
Rodney. Do me right.
Purple.
Does he have no shirt on?
Look at his chest. He does not want to cover that up. Like those are
Oh
some
my
serious abs.
Gosh.
And his teammate was wearing a similar suit, but in red. Oh, see, he's covering a little bit. He's got a vest.
So I
Is that a new
unfortunately am going to
thing?
give this guy a little bit of a pass because he's kind of got the Prince vibe going there. So I mean, but other than that, it's like, come on, man.
I'm
So what's your
actually
take on
still
that?
absorbing this, not wearing a shirt underneath.
Yeah, what's your?
I mean, I kind of like it, but I don't know if I like it for the fashion
That's what I'm
reason.
saying.
I was like, I'm like, let me study this picture for a little while, and then I'll get back to you. No, I don't. I think I like the one without the vest. Even makes a little more sense to me because this almost looks
don't
like
you
he's
think
wearing
that's
a
almost like-
bustier.
It's almost cheesy, right? Like, don't you want to see a guy that's got some class showing up to the show and like?
But it's the ESPYs. It's kind of like the MTV Music Awards, or they're going to be a little crazier. So I guess ESPYs. It's not like we're talking about the Oscars.
So what was your take
I don't
when,
think this is going to be a.
When Gaga wore the meat suit?
It made me want to make lunch plans. I don't know. Well, Gaga, I love Gaga. I mean, she's
I do
always,
too. She's incredible.
She is always reinventing. And she's also really super talented, but
Oh.
I don't know. Oh, well, here you go. This one is actually Utah Jazz player Donovan Mitchell won
Spider-Man.
Best Breakout Athlete, and he had a custom Spider-Man suit. So, I mean, that one kind of is.
So it would have been fun. Have you seen like those toys for the kids where you can actually shoot webs? Like if he would have had those with him and he would have been like shooting webs at people, and then I can be, all right, the guys haven't. If it's just that, I'm like, I don't know. I'd like to see you roll in with some class and have a nice watch and like, all right.
But those guys are not on North Dakota Today. To be crazy to get on this show. One more before we move on, I promise. Beloved ice skater Adam Rippon in a very fabulous suit here. Well, see, that's.
I mean, here's the funny thing. That to me is sort of tame for what I would expect from him. And then these other guys are showing up with no shirts and.
I don't know.
Feels like the Twilight Zone to me.
Oh, I lied. We have one more. Nick Young. He was in a more casual look as well. See, there you go. So from one extreme to the other. Those pants are shiny.
Yeah,
I don't know. Which one of, if you had to pick one outfit of the pictures that we just had on, which would you wear?
Which one would I wear? Gosh, I don't know. Can we go back to maybe one of the early ones? Because my brain can't get past the fanny pack and the no shirt thing. So I'm like, I can't, definitely not that, for sure.
Chris, you could pull off that one. You
See,
spend
I
a
would have
lot
shown
of
up in a
time.
really nice.
I would love to see you in the plaid shorts with the fanny pack. Like, just take pieces from every outfit.
I probably should have worn my Richard Simmons outfit to the ESPYs, but.
Well, we may have some shorts for you to debut. All right, we actually do have a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be talking about today, and it does not include short shorts for Chris Burke. Maybe it does. You never know.